Dearly beloved, we've gathered here today to get to this thing called life. Electric word, life that means forever. That's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. Take on me. Take me on. Everybody set me on the ground.
You are an obsession, you're my obsession. What do you want me to be? To make you sleep with me?
Under the moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be.
We're not gonna take it. Oh, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Oh, we're not gonna take it. Oh, we ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it
Touched for the very first
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I play them too, baby.
Storming peppers here and we're in effect. Want you to push it back. Cooling by day, been at night. Working up a sweat. Come on, girl, let's go show the guys that we know how to become number one in a hot body show. Now push it.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I seem to run out of coffee.
You can be anything you want to be there.
You can see anything you want to see there.
There's excitement in the air for you and me there. Fancy free there. Take your family there. But you've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. 7 holes the key there. Be there. Got to be there.
Just you and me there. You just got to be there. Got to be there. Be there. The time is now. Be there.
You've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. Be what you want to be. See what you want to see. There'll be you and me there. Be there.
Hello, customers. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Pack up and piss off.
Pegs. Hello, pigs. Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome to the Wigan Slingback.
Good evening. The doors are open. The sun's has been out, but it's still light outdoors.
It's dog friendly, but just for our dog. She'll kick off. She's our guard dog.
So if you've been in the beer garden, come on in.
Sherry is behind the bar.
Yep.
Brandy is under the bar.
As always.
And yeah, we're looking forward to spending a little evening with you.
I hope you all had a lovely Easter. Of course, some of you joined us on Sunday for the quiz, which was fun. It was great to have you here. And I hope you enjoyed Monday.
Let's have a look who is in. I'm going to go to YouTube first of all. So we have straight through the doors as we open the doors in wanders Bubbles, aka Shari, and then Rent-A-Ghost came in. Remind me, Rent-A-Ghost, are you from Ramsgate? I think.
Stephen from Ramsgate, I think.
It's Stephen from Ramsgate. And then we had Joel Hazeldine in from Windsor. Oh, Windsor.
Oh, Windsor.
Nice and
Ooh.
posh. Then Kim Peterson flew all the way over from Denmark. So we have, what's a Danish kind of beer?
Skoll.
We've got a Skoll
Is it?
for you. Sandra Brown, Pauline Grant,
Heineken.
Heineken. Helen Boulter, she is knackered. She's popped her feet up. Take your shoes off if you're popping them on our
Pop your
bonkets.
slingbacks off.
Joel Hazeldine. Andrew Chapman has wandered in. He's got a glass of red and he's having some of his own Easter egg.
Well, hello, Joe. What do you think so?
I'm not sure if you're allowed your own chocolates in the Wigan Slingback.
We'll allow it.
Sherry does a nice chocolate sponge. Then we have two Weldon. Cilla Black, of course, is in.
It won't be the same without our Cilla popping in.
She's manning the cloakroom. Let's have a look. Cy Slimbo appears. Cy Slimbo says R.I.P. Victoria Wood. It's 6 years since we lost Victoria Wood.
She's still with us, though, in humour and in spirit.
Yeah, we quote Victoria Wood
Every single day. I must be did it about 4 or 5 times today already.
And we put a Two Soups on our page. It's National Two Soups Day, which is kind of in honour of Victoria Wood. So today is a day when you're meant to have 2 soups for dinner or for your lunch. Who else have we got in? Let's have a look. Kath Wells. Kath Wells has got some Fiddle Baileys and some cat treats. Oh no, she's off to Fiddle. She's in Fiddle.
Oh, she's in Fiddle.
She's in Fiddle, so
Bye,
she's on her
cat
way.
treats.
Lee Fern is here. Hey,
Hello, Lee.
7 Network is in. We just played the 7 Network theme. Paul McFarlane is here.
Hello, matey.
From Scotland, NP. Will Venus, the lovely Will Wiggs.
Will Venus. She's got it.
Coral Daft is here. Coral.
Oh, lovely Coral.
Big love for your tip. Coral's a big supporter. Thank you, Coral. Nick Sutton. Who else have we got? Mosquiff is here from Hove. I think that's it. I think that is it. Oh, Jason Darcy, she's here.
Hello, darling. How are you?
We were just talking about Jason, weren't we? Saying we've not seen you for a while.
I said, oh, is he deep in Eurovision?
Yeah, we thought you were deep in Eurovision dramas. Dawn Lovejoy. I think I've got everyone's names. I might have missed some because everything just skedaddled past me. Kath Wells says Fiddle is classy. There's a man with his joggers on, the top of his bum cracks showing. I think that's everyone. Tommy G. Just Jane is here. Just Jane is having 2 soups. So yeah, welcome to all of you in YouTube. Keep it nice and clean in YouTube. Let's have a look who's in Facebook.
Lovely Keith Wellens popped in and he's having a shandy. Mark Mondame and Pearson. Neil Sandwell, and I think Lady V is she about?
Neil, of course, won the quiz. I think Neil only got 3 questions wrong in our quiz.
Out of 75, wasn't it? Nicola Utting says hello to us and hello to everybody else. Richard Bobbins Duffer. And Philippus is in. Lovely Zoe Thomas saying how do. Andrew Turner, Mark Hall.
Andrew from Denmark.
Oh, it's from Denmark.
Are you with Kim Peterson? Maybe it's like, maybe you're in the same house. Maybe you're Kim's partner. I'm not sure.
Lovely Anne and David from Formby. Suzanne Landry. Cinders McDuffie. Sounds like a sort of pirate name, doesn't it? Cinder McDuffie.
Cindy McDuffie.
Lovely Spencer Carter. The effervescent Jason Rigby. Susan Landry's popped a little...
Stars and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes flag. Are you from the States, my love? Andrew Dineley is saying hello. Melanie Fairley.
Andrew's from Clan Roost. Andrew, do you have shepherd huts?
Oh, the ones we were
Remind
talking
me.
to.
Yeah.
Mishmash is in. My brother Mishmash. He had his interview today and it went really well. Lots of boxes were ticked, and he's got a further little bit on Monday. So fingers crossed. Lots of energy for Monday for Mishmash. Alex Clark. Hello, Alex. Thanks for your wonderful message yesterday. We loved it.
Alex, can we tell people? Let us know if we can reveal your secret. But we're cool if not.
Our lovely funny chum Nikki Baxter has popped in. She said she's late, but you're not really. You're on time. Oh, the lovely
Sherry's got you a drink ready with the bar already.
Yeah, I popped an umbrella in it. Anthony Berry. Hello, love. I've not seen you on this side for a while. You've been over on that side of thing, haven't you?
Oh, she's got Baby Sham on the go.
Oh, has she?
Gabby Chassis, Sassy Chassis, thank you for your tip. Sassy Chassis sent us a tip a little earlier on today.
What's Nikki crept in? Sorry, it's gone off the thing.
She sneaks some scrumpy in.
Oh, she doesn't mind.
Sherry don't mind. Sherry's got a
Sherry likes those bottles of scrumpy that you put on your shoulder and drink through like that. Lovely Lisa Driscoll from Canada. Marcia.
Marcia and Ewan.
And it. She goes, it's me and him.
It's me and him.
Him indoors. Naomi McBride. Are you new, my love?
No, I've seen Naomi McBride in here before. Let's have a look. Anyone else?
Darren Riley.
Delectable Darren.
Darren Riley. And is that everybody?
Yes.
And Kate Riding.
Michael says he's got Baby Sham in the fridge. Get it open, sugars. And Alex says we can reveal his secret. So Alex sent us a really funny little video on Instagram. It made us laugh our heads off. What we didn't know about the delicious Alex Clark is that Alex runs, but the commercial manager of Maggie Boggs Bus Company. So we
got a wonderful video from him
of a tour around the garage,
and he's got all his garb on, all his uniform.
Got his he had his high vis on, and he showed us they've got an old double decker like on the buses, proper on the buses
same
double decker,
colour, like green and cream.
So if we get enough tips, we're gonna make our way to Wales and we're gonna film a proper on the buses, on the actual buses. Anyway, it made us laugh our little socks off.
We've passed the footage on to Maggie, who's, I think she's smitten now, Alex. She's actually smitten with you.
I've just noticed, here she is in Dex, with her Alexis and Dex Carrington are in. Well, no, there wouldn't be. Dex isn't a Carrington. Dex is Dexter. And Alexis Carrington from Here She Is are in. So Here She Is on holiday on the Isle of Wight.
I know I saw a little... do you see a little model village that went around today?
Yeah, well, like... Bosley looked like Digby, the biggest dog in the world.
And I was pleased to see that he hadn't done a little tinkle up through Sunny's Bay window.
Oh no, because it would be like a flood in that little village. How are the buses on the Isle of Wight, Alexis? I don't know if
Are
you
there
will be
any?
getting a bus, but we heard they were very expensive.
Oh yeah, they're rare, but
Here she is on holiday, but she's with us from the Isle of Wight. Is the Isle of Wight where the Cockfosters was based?
oh, is that Isle of
With
Man?
Joe Wilkinson. No, Isle of Wight.
Isle of
Isle of
Wight.
Wight down, isn't it?
Yeah,
Southampton. Yeah, have you watched Cockfosters? Here she
Mm.
is. You'd love it if you've not watched it. Try and find it. Cockfosters. It's really, really funny. It's well worth it. The comments are going thick and fast in YouTube.
Can I just say a quick happy birthday to Janet Pearson, who's in Shirebrook, and she's 72 today, and that's Mark's mum.
Oh, Janet Pearson, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, lovely.
Is that Mark Mondeo man's
It
mother?
is, yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yep.
Let's have a look. Any comments that I am missing? Lots of chit chat to Scylla. Lee Fern's not having alcohol tonight. I wonder what it'd be like sober watching us. I hope it's as funny. There's lots of Victoria Wood quotes flying about the YouTube rooms.
Yeah. It's today to celebrate them, isn't it?
Peggy's being a little bit squealy tonight. What's going on
okay.
there?
Just
We
give her a
can't-
little.
You can't
Just
see
give her a
her
little
face
tickle
today.
there.
She is there. It's not just like a furry cushion.
She wants a little cuddle and a little tickle.
There's lots of happy birthday messages to Mark's mum coming in on both sides.
He said she might, if she's not watching, he's going to show her this. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So get that timestamp right now so you know when it is. Have we got any other little comments going on?
So did anybody do anything fun over Easter? I know we chat to some of you on Sunday, but the weather's been lovely, hasn't it?
Yeah, but Easter's one of them weird ones, isn't it? I'd never think Easter's like a proper holiday. Is it? Do you think it's?
Well,
a
I
proper
don't know.
holiday?
We sort of we didn't have any eggs in the house, did we? We were eggless this year.
We just had Sister Mimsy's decorated eggs.
Yeah, we had those.
We didn't have chocolate. We didn't have any chocolate eggs.
We didn't have any edible ones.
I think I had a chunky Kit Kat.
We're waiting for them all to go discounted in the shops.
It wasn't even a Kit Kat. It was Aldi's own version. It was all right.
What's Aldi's? Is it Chocour? Or is it
Chocour is quite a posh Aldi chocolate.
What's the Master Rosen?
Yeah, that's Aldi's like posh. Chocour is when they're trying to be Lindt, I think. Richard Bobbins Duffer went for a Harry Potter themed afternoon tea. You can't hear any more about my job yet, Keith. I'll reveal it all when I'm allowed to. It's not like it's a big secret. Like, don't get too excited. But I just can't because I have to sign a non-disclosure when you get an acting job, so I can't.
You get into trouble, won't you?
Can't talk about it. But we did meet up with Nibbles and Bubbles, and I told them.
Mishmash, you need to learn to spell that right. If you're going to work for them.
What's he said?
I love Adley.
Nibbles and Bubbles says, do we love to get a Kit Kat with no wafer in it? Chunky Kit Kat still has a little cheeky wafer in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, we tried the ones at Aldi called Monster Blocks or something. They're called something like that. Big blocks. And they're quite nice.
Oh, poor Andrew Chapman worked Easter Monday, 12-hour shift.
I used to work Easter Monday in the box office.
We used to get triple
triple lolly.
triple bubble.
And you used to get time off as well, didn't you?
Yeah, and the day off in lieu.
Yeah.
Anything we're missing? I'm missing stuff. No, I'm not the next Doctor Who. I'm not the next Doctor Who. I'm not at all. I did one day's filming on quite a big TV show. But I'm not allowed to tell you what it is. But you can kind of guess, I think. Some of you have guessed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I shall let you know. We're both looking fabulous, says Martin Sullivan.
Oh,
hello, Martin
I'm very
Sullivan.
glad. We do
I'm
our
in a little
best.
cowboy shirt today. Lee and Keith have arrived, the Robosums. So this week we thought we were going to talk about spin-offs.
Spin-offs.
So TV spin-offs or movie spin-offs. We're going to reveal our top 5 a bit later. We've both thought about 5 spin-offs. Paul Larson has arrived. Hey, Paul. Will Venus says really going to miss Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. How do we feel about Doctor Who? What do we feel about Doctor Who?
Well, we used to watch it in the early days.
Back when we were kids.
Yeah, but also we watched it when Martin is Eccleston.
Yeah, we loved Christopher Eccleston
Christopher,
and Billy Piper. We loved that series. Watched David Tennant and Billy Piper, kind of like that. I don't really like David Tennant as an actor, so that was a kind of problem. Then we watched David Tennant with Catherine Tate, which we enjoyed because we like Catherine Tate.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt that like they did it well. It was quite a nice character. And Bernard Cribbins was in it. But when Matt Smith joined, we kind of went off it, didn't we? Not because we went off him. It just felt like you had to invest so much brain in it to kind of understand things about dimensions and who was what.
I mean,
and
we
who was who.
missed a lot as well because we were working, weren't we, a lot? So we sort of didn't really wasn't following it as well. So we sort of lost track of it.
I feel like Doctor Who is always best, or this new, like the new version of it, like the 10 years or whatever it's been. It's always best when it's on Earth and it's like human stories. When it goes off to weird planets, it always feels a bit.
Yeah, and I'm not really
odd.
good with science fiction really, so I get a bit lost when they all start talking about jargons and and outer limits and all this malarkey.
Well, it's all like cross-dimensional things,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
like
get
how
a bit
many
confused.
doctors there are, and like Donna became a doctor and was the Donna Doctor or something. It just gets all a bit confusing for our little brains. I think it's for the geeks, isn't it? And then I always think there's an episode every series, or at least one, maybe 2 or 3, that are a little bit Tracy Beaker, and it always feels like, oh, I'm watching proper kids TV.
Is that like when they meet like Charles Dickens and they go,
Yeah, that's a bit annoying,
there's a title for a play, Great Expectation.
Yeah, he says like, oh, I've got these great eggs. And he goes, great expectations. I'll write that into a book.
Or when he met Will Shakespeare.
Oh, I think so. And they said,
Romeo and Juliet will never work.
I just had a dream on Midsummer. But I know people absolutely love it, and I wouldn't,
But we are planning a Doctor Who video, aren't we?
We are. We're going to try and do all of the doctors and at least one assistant for each doctor. Sice Limbo loved Matt Smith, sexiest doctor ever. We were in a pub with not with Matt Smith, like we were his mate. We were sat in a pub and Matt Smith was at the table next to us with his girlfriend. I can't remember who she was. And he'd just been announced as the next Doctor Who. And I remember kind of clocking eyes with him. He was in a play that we'd seen in the West End. Clocking eyes with him and sort of like acknowledging him. And then I said to Alan, I reckon this is the last time he's going to be able to have like a quiet drink in a pub. His life is just about to blow up.
And I think he might now be able to have that drink in the pub now, mightn't he?
No, I think because he's been in The Crown and stuff, isn't he? I'm sure he's still massive, Matt Smith. But he was intimate with Lindsay Duncan, and he stripped off on stage and got in drag, didn't he?
He didn't strip off completely, did he?
Into his pants, it was enough for me.
It was a good house.
Anyway, we are talking about spin-offs. So, yeah, it was Daisy Lowe. I think it was Daisy Lowe he was sat with. So this is going back to, you'll know what years it is.
Ago.
It's when we lived in London, so 2009, 10, something like that. Talking about spin-offs, and we have a treat for you all, because it's not just us talking about spin-offs. Oh no, the Giggleboxers are going to talk about spin-offs as well.
They're back at last.
So let's hand over.
After a long holiday.
Yeah, and look at anyone who wasn't here at the quiz at the weekend.
There's a couple of new
new faces.
Well, the new pair.
Well, it's been a while, hasn't it?
It has, but we're back again by popular demand, I believe. I think the producers, the Isolation Creation boys, tried to write us out of this series.
Kill us off, more like.
Kill us off, but here we are, back again.
It's not the first time I've been killed off.
No.
I was once a cadaver in Silent Witness.
Oh, back when you had your equity.
Yes. I was laid out with a little flannel on my doodahs for a bit of dignity.
So covering up your sweetbreads.
Yeah.
So, like, we're literally, like, talking about spin-offs, like, this week.
What's a spin-off?
Talking of spin-offs, she's been spin off your feet, haven't you, Mrs. Buckham? Have you, Mrs. Buckham? Yeah, she's been talking to a prince or something.
Oh.
Yeah, a bank full of gold.
Oh, you're lucky, aren't you?
And you're going to help him get it over here, aren't you, Mrs. Buckham?
Well done, Mrs. Buckham.
So she thought she'd get her
very
hair.
wise.
She thought she'd get her hair done.
Lovely.
Oh, is it like when Casualty had a baby and it was obviously?
Yeah, it's a bit like that. And sometimes it's happened from films. I remember that MASH
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful MASH is a spin-off from the wonderful film MASH.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he used to like that. It was all about the army, wasn't it?
Oh, I bet he liked Hot Lips.
Well, you're almost probably too young to know this, but do you remember Ronnie Barker?
From Ronnie and Ronnie.
Yeah. Well, he did this thing called 7 of 1, which were little 7.5 hour comedies.
Oh.
And a couple of them became spin-offs.
Oh.
Yep.
So you know I like me I like me zombie television.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you know I watched that one called The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah, I called my boyfriend that.
Yeah, it's got egg in it off of This Life.
Oh, yeah, sexy, Minnie. Yeah.
Yeah, well there's spin-offs to that.
Oh, yeah. Green Grass. Remember that?
No, I think that's of a different calibre to MASH though, isn't it? I don't think that
It
would
was
get any award.
Boise and Marlene from Only Fools and Horses. What? Oh, spin-offs. Well, you know me, I know about spin-offs.
Do you know what I like the spin-offs of?
What's that?
My soaps.
Soap spin-off?
Oh, yeah.
Do you mean like Damon and Debbie?
Of course, in my favourite programme, On the Buses, we have the spin-offs of On the Buses, the movie, Holiday on the Buses, and Mutiny on the Buses.
Or you know like Joey? Joey was like a spin-off from Friends.
Oh, yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? How you doing?
How you doing? She's a lovely woman, so old enough, you know.
Oh, is she?
Oh, yeah. I met her when she was opening a carpet shop.
No, not so much that one, the Corrie ones, and the Emmerdales.
I didn't know there was a spin-off from Corrie. What became a spin-off from 7 of 1?
One was called Open All Hours.
Oh, so Open All Hours itself is a spin-off?
Yeah. And then another spin-off of that was Open All Hours again.
There is a spin-off called The Fear the Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I watched Fear the Walking Dead.
The first of the summer wine.
Oh, the first of the summer wine. What? That wasn't very good, was it?
I can hardly remember it.
I don't know. Did it run for more than a season?
Just a year, I think.
Just a year.
And then...
Oh, so Open All Hours again is a spin-off of Open All Hours, which is a spin-off of 7 of 1. Oh, goodness me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go on, Las Vegas.
Oh, Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
With the Duckworths.
And then, of course, Blakey, when he finished with the buses, went to Spain. And that was Don't Drink the Water. A comedy there with Blakey and Pat Coombs. Very, very funny. It was so friendly.
Was she? Did you get her to do Marlene's laugh?
No, but she gave me some of those little offcuts.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's handy, isn't it? So they'd moved on from Hooky Street.
Yeah. Only Fools and Horses, they tried to do that with that. It was...
They had a prequel to
Yes.
Fools and Horses.
Rock and Chips.
Oh, goodness me. Was one of the boys from the In-Betweeners, I think.
Buckley, was it?
James Buckley.
Buckley, yes. And then he did another one called Prisoner and Escort, which became Porridge.
Oh.
And then after that, a spin-off called Going Straight.
So, like, do you have any spin-offs that you like?
Yeah, I do. Teabag 1 and 2, and Teabag the DVD reunion.
Yeah, that one, and then they do one when they're on a cruise boat.
It's like a television show having a baby that then has another baby. Now, the thing about those was they weren't on the box, were they? They weren't on television.
You had to buy them on video.
You had to buy them on VHS or on DVD.
Having a little laugh at the Spaniards and their way of life.
I don't think Teabag was like a spin-off. I think they just replaced like a character.
Oh, I used to pay £20 for them.
Did you? Dingles Down Under?
Yeah. Now they're not even worth a penny.
Oh, Joe, that's what I really like, which is definitely a spin-off, so don't say it isn't. And that's Scrappy Doo.
Oh, wow.
From Scooby-Doo.
Another spin-off that springs to mind, which is again a very popular one. I hear you talking cooked salads and scrambled eggs. Frasier.
Oh. And what's it with the lady of the house speaking? What's with that one?
The bouquet lady?
Yes.
Young Hyacinth?
Yes.
Oh, again, I don't think that worked.
Terrible. Do you know what I grew up with, which is a spin-off? The Fenn Street Gang. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
There were Bairns in police there.
Oh.
And then they grew up with the Fenn Street Gang. So what Blakey didn't know, that he could have put his hand out for an alto bush, which is Spanish for bus. They give it us when you every day, don't you?
Was Please Sir about Bairns?
Well...
I thought it was an adult education centre.
Well, they're meant to be bloody school kids, but they're, I think half of them were in their 30s.
They were in their 30s. Have you still got them?
Oh, yeah.
Do you still have a top loader?
No, I just stare at the box.
Oh, wonderful. Is Morning Live a spin-off of The One Show?
No, it's a pile of shit. So what Blakey could have done, he could have got out the bush, round the back of the Betty Rockos. Spanish Robbins. Betty Rockos.
Oh, it's good to see them back, isn't it?
The Giggleboxers are back. We met Nibbles and Bubbles for coffee today, and we said, well, we've got to go, we've got to do some filming, and that's what we've been up to all afternoon. It's getting the Giggleboxers talk about spin-offs. There's been loads of spin-offs, hasn't there? Loads of you have mentioned some that we'd forgotten about. Now, did you remember that the Golden Girls had a spin-off called The Golden Palace?
Yeah.
Or it was dreadful. I think it was after B. Arthur had left.
Yeah, she didn't want to do it, did she?
No. And I think it had Cheech and Chong in it.
Yeah, there was some kind of like staff there.
Yeah. Oh, it was dreadful. I don't know. I don't even think it ran for more than one season.
I think the all the Golden Girls, apart from B. Arthur, were like expecting another series of Golden Girls, weren't they?
Yeah.
And she'd gone really quiet, and they're like, "Oh, is there going to be one? Is there going to be one?" And then obviously she pulled out.
So they moved them to a little hotel, and yeah, it was dreadful.
It wasn't the same, really.
No, it was awful, and just the writing wasn't very good for it. I don't know. They must have changed.
But did
the
Dorothy
writers,
actually make a couple of appearances in it?
I don't think so. Did she?
I thought she made a couple of guest appearances in it, but
I'm not sure. Here she is. Wondered if we had included Jimmy Savile in that little lineup. It is not Jimmy Savile. That is Maggie Bogg. So Maggie Bogg is an elderly lady who we found on a video protesting about the lack of buses going to the Robins in
he's not the
Bristol.
first to say that, though, is he?
Someone from Australia thought we'd popped Maggie Bogg in.
She might have to do a little.
Popped Savile in a skit.
She might have to do a little.
But she could do Maggie will fix it for you.
As long as it's got to do with buses or Robins.
Richard Bobbins Duffer says Dorothy did appear in the Golden Palace, and Spencer says as well, yes, she did.
Even that didn't save it.
And then Martin has mentioned, and this is, I guess, a UK spin-off of the Golden Girls was the Brighton Bells, which had Jean Boat in it. You remember who else was in it? Sheila Gish.
I like how Marcus spelt Maggie Bogg.
That might be the Welsh spelling.
Maggie.
It's Maggie Bogg. Mummy,
my Maggie Bogg is knocking at the door.
I wanted Shreddies. I can't do it now. The little girl from Keeping Faith. I've got to get her in my head to do it. Oh, Mummy, I feel a bit down because I didn't have my shredded wheat.
Mummy.
We adore you. We're not taking the mickey. Who else? What other little sketches and skits? Australian Are You Being Served? Yeah, there is an Aussie Are You Being Served. It's got John Inman in it.
Yeah, he went over to do that.
And I guess he's working in a little Aussie store, isn't it? Aussie department store.
I don't think it's called Grace Brothers either. I think they've changed it to something else.
Called Flaming Grace Brothers.
The Flaming Galah Brothers.
Paul McFarlane says Sherry, and he says it in capitals. Sherry would fix it for you.
Yeah, Sherry's fix it. That'd be on After Dark, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Nick has mentioned Friends, which of course had the spin-off Joey, which I think was just one series. I might be wrong. It might have run for more. But yeah,
Keith Whelan says that the Royal is a spin-off from Heartbeat. I think is it? Is it right?
Yeah, it is. And the Royal, I guess they had the same sort of characters. It was filmed down here.
Yeah.
It was filmed on the seafront here. You can go and see it. It's near a little fairy garden.
And EastEnders spin-off was called E20. Someone just mentioned.
Yeah, it was that. I think it was on BBC Three. It was like EastEnders, like West Side EastEnders. It was. Cilla Black says Maggie is a big celebrity nowadays. Yes, she is. Maggie even got a Cillagram, I think, from our Cilla.
Yeah.
Joe Susso Lombardi has appeared.
Joe Susso Lombardi.
And he says, thanks for yesterday. I think he means the quiz. Yeah, mentioning other ones. We're going to mention ours in a minute. Sice Limbo says he sadly thinks that Jean Boat is now with Scylla as well.
Oh really? I wondered what she'd been up to. Because unfortunately some go and then they're not. It's not in the press, is it? They don't.
I think no. So Sheila Hancock, is Sheila Hancock gone?
No, she's still about.
She is. She was one of the Brighton Bells. But all of the Golden Girls have gone now. I think there's something really interesting about the Golden Girls. If you look at how old Dorothy is meant to be in kind of the first series, we're not that far off the Golden Girls' age. I think she's meant to be in her 50s, early 50s, because she's a teacher, Dorothy.
Do they retire earlier over there, or in America?
Maybe they do. Maybe. Well, she had enough money, didn't she, to buy that lovely house. It is Dorothy's house. I might be wrong. Is it Dorothy's house? Oh, my gay points are
We have to
depleting.
revisit the
That I
Golden
don't
Girls,
know.
don't we?
Yeah.
We saw the pilot, didn't we, when they had like a housekeeper called Coco,
Yeah, in the first ever episode.
and then he was
written out.
for Sophia.
Yes.
So I think Sophia was meant to be just a guest appearance, wasn't she?
Yeah. Sice Limbo, we have it on good authority that Jean Boat is still alive. She's 90.
And Nibbles and Bobbles has just confirmed that as well. 90. Good on you, Jean.
And Andrew Turner is sending us love from Denmark. There's some shows that I don't even know. Oh, it's Blanche's house. See, here she is now. It's Blanche's house. Of course, Blanche would have had that.
Did they rent from Blanche, or did she sort of let them live there rent free?
I imagine they paid Blanche some rent. Is there an episode where maybe
I've never seen it
Rose
with
is
a rent book.
handing over some readies for a little room?
And does is Rose still working? Does she still work?
Lots of people are saying it's Blanche's house. Yeah, our gay points are depleted, aren't they, with that?
Yeah, so if you've got any sort of facts about the Golden Girls that we don't know, pop them in the box.
Sice Limbo, I saw Sheila Gish in Company. Now, this has been way before we started dating. But I went to see that on Boxing Day with my best friend Rachel. I think it was Boxing Day. It was a birthday treat for her. And it was Adrian Lester played the lead. And Sheila Gish played the kind of Patti LuPone part, the Everybody Rise. Does anyone still wear a hat? Ellen Meadows has just had a tea and she's just wandered in to join us.
Oh, what did you have for tea, love?
But we are going to share with you our top 5. So let's have a look what we chose. I'm just going to open up a new folder on my computer.
Now, I thought this was going to be quite difficult because I thought, what spin-offs do I like? But when I looked at it, I thought, well, actually, there's quite a few.
Do you want to go first or should I?
I can go first today if you want.
Okay, so Alan's number 5. Hang on a second because I just need to get this up and running. Hopefully. It's there.
Now, I talked. One of Bliss, the hairdresser, spoke about those videotapes that you could buy. The spin-offs for Corrie, where they go on a cruise ship or they go.
Oh, Dave is just popping in for a quick hello. Dave, hello. He's
hello, Dave.
In and out.
And I chose this as my number 5, which was, well, you can sort of call it a spin-off because it's a dramatisation about the story of Corrie, which was The Road to Coronation Street, which I absolutely loved. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I've watched it about 5 or 6 times, and I love it purely because of the actors that they chose. Celia and
let me zoom in a bit.
The wonderful late Linda Barron.
So you've got Celia as Annie Walker, yeah?
Yeah.
Linda Barron is
Ina
Sharples.
And then obviously we've
Jessie
got
Wallace.
Jessie Wallace
Cat
is
Slater.
Cat Phoenix. And I thought it was great because it was for those who didn't know Corrie, I thought it was a great introduction to the beginnings of it. And I just loved how they sort of, they told you the story of how they tried to find Ina, but, they went through quite a few actresses until they found Violet Carson, who was just perfect for it. So, yeah, that is my number 5. That's my 5, The Road to Coronation Street.
Was it a BBC?
I think it was ITV.
Scylla says, made by ITV for the BBC.
Oh, okay.
Still a nose. Let's have a look. So my number 5. This is like how different me and Alan are. You'll be amazed by our choices. Well, you might not be. My number 5, coming in at number 5, is Laverne and Shirley, which is a spin-off of Happy Days. Which is, again, Happy Days is a spin-off from something. I can't remember what Happy Days is a spin-off from. But Happy Days had little babies, and one of those babies was Laverne and Shirley, and another was Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy is a spin-off from Happy Days. But I loved Laverne and Shirley. Now, my mum and dad are in. They'll remember when I was 12, 13, kind of young, and I was at high school, I got a disease and I had to stay off school for quite a while. And it was like a skin disease. And I got photographed for medical encyclopedias because I had quite a rare skin disease. Anyway, during that time that I was off, it was like the bicentenary of Australia. Do you remember that? When Australia was like 200 years old or something. And TVAM was in Australia a lot. So I watched that. And then straight after TVAM, I used to watch Laverne and Shirley every morning. And I just loved it. And I thought Penny Marshall was so funny, who plays Laverne. And I just got addicted to this programme because I was off school and I used to be able to watch it.
I love the credits.
I keep saying we must recreate the credits of Laverne and Shirley because they're so iconic. I love
It just means we need to drink about 100 beer bottles, don't we?
Yeah, well, we've got my homebrew kit. We just need to work out how to make a conveyor belt.
Oh, I can sort one of those out, don't worry.
But Laverne and Shirley, I just loved it. Paul McFarlane says it is a Happy Days spin-off. Laverne and Shirley were girlfriends to Fonzie, who then loaned them to Richie. But yeah, loved it. Laverne and Shirley, it comes in at my number 5. I can't remember what the name of my disease was. Mum and Dad will know.
But you were written about in this book, were you?
Yeah, they couldn't work out what I had, and then a doctor worked out what I had, and then they all had to come in and look at me in my in my vest and pants.
And prodded you with a stick.
Then I got photographs taken for an encyclopedia and prodded me with a stick, and I fainted. I think I promptly fainted.
Oh, chuffing Nora.
Anyway, number 4, in Alan's top 5.
It didn't set the world on fire, but it was good to see them back, wasn't it? Not only did we need 10 series of Are You Being Served, but why not add another slice of fun with Grace and Favour? I actually didn't mind it. Actually, it was a bit daft. They'd inherited this house, hadn't they? They weren't given any kind of redundancy money or something. So,
oh, is that?
Yeah, so I think they were gifted the house, and I think it was sort of falling apart. So I think to make it sort of work, I think they had to sort of turn it into a hotel or something.
I don't remember. I remember it existing. I don't remember ever watching an episode of it.
And then they also had some sort of really daft characters. Like there was a sort of saucy farm girl and a farmer that like Maggie Bog. I think only had 1 or 2 series. I think before they thought, well, let's end it there.
They wrote Pauline out of EastEnders for a while, didn't they? So she could do it.
I think she went to
America to visit Shell.
Yeah, but she was busy doing this. But yeah, I thought it was quite fun. It was quite fun to see them back. And I think the Americans loved it. And I think over there it's called Are You Being Served Again, I think.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it wasn't called Grace and Favour.
People have asked us to recreate it or do like a spoof of it. But yeah, I can't.
But she looks old there, doesn't she, Wendy? She's knocking on a bit then.
Here we go. Nikki Baxter said, sorry to disturb you when you got your snouts in the trough. That was a repeated catchphrase from the farmer.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
That's Alan's number 4. So my number 4 is Angel, which was a spin-off from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We both watched this, didn't we?
Yeah.
I just really liked it. I liked the character of Angel, and I liked the kind of cleverness of that you could watch it along with the Buffy episodes, and you kind of then got to know what was going on in more detail. And yeah, I liked it. I won't spoil it because you might watch it, but the ending of it is brilliant. The ending of it is great, and it's very different to the ending of Buffy. And yeah, I think Joss Whedon stuff programs are a little bit dodgy bodsky now, because Joss Whedon, I think, was a little bit.
He's been a bit naughty, has he?
A little bit of a nasty director to the female actors, not like sexually abusive.
No,
but I
he's
think
been a bit
like power abusive.
Yeah, bullying and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I love it, and I love a bit of David Boreanaz. Look at him there. Not so much this guy.
We liked the Green Man, didn't we? He was funny.
We like the green guy. I can't remember his name now.
Did he die early? Did he die young?
Yeah, he did die young. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. So that is my Angel. I loved Buffy as well. We loved Buffy, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We went through a right old Buffy stage, didn't we?
We had them all on video or something like that.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Video cassettes.
And I think we bought all our Angels from Australia because it was cheaper, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and we got Angel on DVD, so it must have been when DVDs were just starting. But yeah, lots of love for Angel coming in. Oh, Bubbles is Team Spike, not Team Angel.
Oh.
We had tickets for Spike in concert in London because we worked at the venue, and we sold them, and we made a lot of money.
You did, I didn't.
Hello.
I was working there.
I was like a tout.
Don't get me into trouble.
Here we go.
Is it my number 3 now?
Number 3.
Trying to work out. I can't remember what it was. Oh yes. Now this is the program itself isn't a spin-off, but for those who know that I love Hilda Baker, she was absolutely so funny in Nearest and Dearest. So when that ended, they sort of created a new program for her, and she's not Nellie Pledge in this. She's Nellie Pickerskill. So it's like they sort of like pulled her out of Pledge's Pickles and popped her into another comedy. So she's not the same character, but she more or less is. So they just surrounded her with similar characters. So instead of having a troublesome brother, she's got a troublesome dad. And instead of having Walter, the sort of mute that she sort of has fun with, she has Gilbert, who's a young guy that never ever spoke. So she sort of comes down to London from up north to help her dad run his pub. It's called Not On Your Nelly. So that is my number 3.
That guy at the back is tall and silent, isn't he?
Yeah, for those who know Hilda Baker, she always loved working with a stooge, because Cynthia was a 6-foot stooge.
Both Mark and Alex have said, "Oh, you're one of those, are you?"
Yeah,
and then that was her catchphrase too.
He used to do a little rotate, a little turn.
Yeah, he used to come in like little hot pants and maybe a little scarf around there, and she'd say, "What have you come dressed as today?" You do a spin.
The little chap with the sort of cap on, he worked on the underground, and she used to call it the underworld. Yeah. But if you've ever seen the opening credits to that, it's a bit naughty. It wouldn't work today.
A lot of comedy wouldn't work today, though, would it?
It's not very PC.
Here we go. My number 3.
Oh, of course.
My number 3 is Malcolm and Mrs. Merton.
Yeah.
Which for me is 6 episodes of pure genius. I love it. And it's, of course, a spin-off from the Mrs. Merton show. Caroline Aherne there. So, of course, you'll recognise them. They're Dave and Denise from the Royal Family, and she played Mrs. Merton.
But you never think that when you watch it, do you? You never think, it's just completely different characters. And
George from George and Mildred is in it. Every week he comes to visit. And he sings a little song every week. It's very formulaic each episode, so it's really comfortable watch, and nothing really happens, but everything happens. Oh, it's just a beautiful little show. I find it so funny.
Well, that photo there is his birthday, isn't it?
Tremendous.
And he's having a party, and I think there's only George that turns up.
I think the chemist turns up, the little Indian chemist that they visit, and George. No one turns up. He's invited his friends and they don't turn up. Oh, it's wonderful. And Malcolm has a little single bed, doesn't he?
And I think his duvet covers a snooker table, isn't it?
And she tucks him in quite aggressively.
A snooker table design.
And you never see Mr. Merton, do you?
No, he's in bed, and then he dies, doesn't he?
Dies, which spoilers. Oh, it was great. Only one series, 6 episodes. Loved it. If you can find it, it's just a real joy of a series. So that's my number 3. Alan's number 2, on the other hand, Talking of George.
Has to be, doesn't it? This was a wonderful spin-off. They were wonderful in Man About the House, but they just weren't in it enough. I love Man About the House, but it was, when they got their own spin-off, it was so. It didn't boast the world of good, but I think Eutha later on was a bit upset that she sort of got typecast as Mildred.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, because she did other things, did films and stuff, but she was always remembered as as Mildred Roper. But I loved George and Mildred. I think it was a five series. I think there is.
Yeah, Alan introduced me to George and Mildred. I kind of knew of George and Mildred, but had never really watched it. And like you'll know my connections with Man About the House, so I'd never watched that either. And Alan said you've got to watch them, and were they repeated on like Granada Plus or something?
It was. I mean, I said about a couple of weeks ago that I remember being young, very very young, and watching this and loving it, and then I went by 30 odd years without seeing it again, and then suddenly Granada Plus showed it. Oh, it brought back so many memories.
Mark says that when he was younger he had national health glasses and he was often called Tristan.
Tristram, yeah.
I look a bit like Tristram, I think, even now.
Yeah, and I still, I love Eutha Joyce anyway, so...
We are planning a George and Mildred and a Man About the House sketch, so definitely will be doing it.
Yeah.
It's good, they did a stage show as well. They did loads of stage shows, didn't they? Of shows.
Yeah, they did.
Like comedies,
it was like sort of
back
summer
in the
season
day.
sort of thing, and they starred in it with the 4 Miles. And I think somebody on our quiz said, one of the worst things they saw in the cinema was George and Mildred the movie, but I don't mind it because I love the ending when finally they go upstairs and it looks very hopeful that.
Oh yeah, you like it because it's like the last ever appearance of Eutha.
Yeah,
it's nice that Mildred's character ends like happy.
Yeah, that she's going to get some George.
And I think Dudley Sutton plays a biker.
Yes, yeah, little biker gang.
Oh, bless Tinker. Let's have a look at my number 2. My number 2 is... There we are, that'll surprise you. Because I've just said we don't really like Doctor Who. But my number 2 is Torchwood, which I really enjoyed. I loved it. I really liked it. I like Eve Miles, as you know. Keeping Faith. Mammy, I want my shreddies. I thought she was stunning in it, and I think she's just a stunning actress anyway.
Very instinctive, isn't she?
Yeah, she does stuff that you just wouldn't expect. I think she just creates in the moment and lives in the moment. And there's a scene where she thinks her husband is dead, and I think maybe he is, I can't remember. And she just falls and cries, and it's just a really great bit of acting. In fact, all of them were great. I loved it. Even Barrowman. And Barrowman obviously is dodgy bodgy stuff about him now. And the girl from Ab Fab down at the end there, who is also Ab Fab is a spin-off as well. I've just realised. Should have been in my top 5 Ab Fab. But I love Torchwood, and I even loved it when it went American. Not as much. I like the first 3 series. Oh yeah, because
they brought some specials out, didn't they?
Yeah, and they did like an American series, which I didn't enjoy as much, but I still enjoyed.
I remember the one about the school kids in the playground going.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi's in that, I think. But yeah, so Torchwood, which I didn't realise was an anagram of Doctor Who until I was, way too old. I should have worked it out straight away. But yeah, I loved it.
And weren't they based in Cardiff under the I don't know what building it is.
Yeah, by the sort of Millennium Theatre.
Yeah.
And they sort of go down. I loved it. I thought it was really good. There's some really good actors in it as well. I can't remember her name. A wonderful black actress that's in a lot of stuff now, and she plays a character who doesn't know she's an alien but finds out she's an alien.
Oh, was it a girlfriend of?
It's that girl that we like, and she was in the thing about killing the sun, where the sun was disappearing. We see her in loads of stuff. Anyway, you who are Doctor Who fans will know who I'm talking about. Great actress.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is my number 2, which I think might surprise a few of you.
And now it's my number 1, which might surprise some of you. Or it might not. Grot Bags. Yes, Grot Bags. She got her own show after doing the Pink Windmill with Emu and Rod Hull. Some say that, it wasn't all that great, but I loved it. You know, I love Carol Lee Scott, full stop, because, you know, she was an entertainer, an ex-blue coat, great singer, great entertainer, and obviously, you know, she strove for stardom. And I'm not sure whether Grotbags was what she, you know, envisaged as her claim to fame, but I love her, and I think a lot of us all love her as well. All part of our childhood. Grotbags.
Ah, Grotbags. So my number one spin-off is Wentworth, which was the kind of remake of Prison Cell Block H that happened in the last sort of 10 years or so. The reimagining. I guess it's still a spin-off. I loved it. I liked it. We've still not seen the final season, but it's on Amazon Prime now, so we're going to watch it. I just really liked how they kind of flipped it, kept character names, but changed it.
But that's all they did, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
It's a good drama. It's a really good drama and got some great actors in it. And this actor is from
Whoop Whoop.
Welcome to Whoop Whoop, which a lot of you will know was in both our kind of top films. So yeah, Wentworth.
And I was
show.
completely floored by Pamela Rabe, the actress Pamela Rabe, who plays their version of the I thought she was
Joan Ferguson.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing actress.
And you'll be happy to know that we have purchased
Teal items.
some teal tracksuit tops, so we can do Wentworth. We will do Wentworth at some point. Martin said Carol Lee Scott was on an episode of Bullseye. We know it well.
Suit.
She's ever so cocky, and she comes on with a little grey afro.
Yeah, and she cheats by pushing the darts in the board itself.
You don't have to tell us, we know. Team Alan, Team Jamie. We don't know what team you're
They're
with.
so mixed, aren't they? Really, this week.
Yeah, different.
I mean, a lot of the things Jamie's said, I've loved watching, and have you loved watching stuff that I've suggested?
Yeah. I don't know if Grotbags would be my number one spin-off ever, but I do love Grotbags. You know, I just
love it, the fact that it worked, and you know, made me happy.
We are going to hand back to the Giggleboxers to find out what else they had to say about spin-offs.
Well, here we are again. Yeah. Talking about spin-offs. Yeah. It's like deja vu, isn't it? It is like deja vu in a way. Deja vu. Oh, would you like one of my hot cross buns? No. I had one last week, didn't I? 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. I didn't eat for 2 days.
It didn't take long, so I got a circular to the Rana Robbins.
But the other thing I liked was, do you remember Hollyoaks?
Hollyoaks, yeah.
Yeah, they did a spin-off.
Did they?
Yeah.
Brookside.
Hollyoaks After Dark.
I guess I don't really like spin-offs, you know, as a whole. But I guess if I had to choose a spin-off or some spin-offs that I like, then I might choose, you know, like Courtney and Kim Take Miami.
It was like Hollyoaks, but with knobs on. Well, not so many knobs, but a bit of boob.
I tell you what spin-off I absolutely loved.
Oh, yeah.
Was Tucker's Luck.
Oh, was that little bit from...
It was a spin-off from Grange Hill, back when we were young.
Now, I tell you what, there was a prequel, forgive me, to EastEnders called Civvy Street.
Yes, there was.
But I believe it was only a couple of episodes.
Yes, with very young Lou Beale.
Yes, I don't remember who played her, but Faye Lucas from Grange Hill played Ethel Skinner.
Oh, really?
Do you remember her from Just Say No?
Yes, Just Say No.
Yes. Or Courtney and Kim Take New York.
Do you know what? I saw myself in Trisha Yates.
Oh, I can see the resemblance. Can you, Mrs. Buckham? It was that young lad, wasn't it? Todd Carty.
Todd Carty went on to replace the actor who played Mark in EastEnders.
Oh, yeah, then I saw him in the bill.
Oh, he did go into the bill, didn't he?
He did. You like the bill, didn't you, Mrs. Buckham?
Or Chloe and Lamar. Of course, I did audition for a spin-off. Come Back, Mrs. Noah.
Is that a spin-off?
With Molly Sutton. Is it not a spin-off?
Well, she wasn't slower than that.
Was she not?
No.
And then Chris, so that was just Chris Jenner on her own.
Which one?
Do you remember Baywatch Nights?
Well, I remember Baywatch. On the beach.
Yeah.
I was seen for that John Inman comedy, the rock one, about the seaside rock. How's the rock cock and all that?
Did you get it?
No, but I had a lovely chat with Vivian Johnson. Yeah, she's talking to me about her character in that. Hello, Mr. Neville.
Oh, of course, there was Courtney and Kim take the Hamptons. I always used to think I looked like, Pammy in Baywatch.
You do, yeah.
And I wear my little red bathing costume.
Yeah, you just need a couple of changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob and Black China.
And then not forget that poor Olive, she didn't end there. No, she didn't end on the buses. She was reprised and spun off in the rag trade. 1978 and 77. She appeared there again as Olive, sewing garments in the rag trade. Yeah. I bet you didn't know that, did you? It's too early for me.
Do you know what spin-offs I very much enjoy?
Oh, here we go.
4 in a Bed. I tell you what I didn't stick, and this is a spin-off. I don't know if you'll remember it. Do you remember when Cat Slater had long hair? Cat and Alfie did a little spin-off. You worked as a lifeguard for a while, didn't you?
I did. But, well, the trouble is I had trouble getting down the steps. Well, that was 3 in a Bed, wasn't it?
So 4 in a Bed is a spin-off of 3 in a Bed?
And then that used to be 2 in a Bed. And then before there was just 1 in a Bed.
Was it really?
Yeah, it wasn't popular.
Of course, Kate. So Kate just had a spin-off of her own. I Am Kate.
Oh, they got cocky, didn't they, and left the show?
They did, but the characters did a little spin-off. I think it was a crime drama.
It was Redwater. Yeah.
Redwater. I think it was meant to be like a Nordic Scandi thriller.
Yeah.
Well, one of the rules is no petting, and you did a lot of petting, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, in the deep end. I think it's nice that she actually got a voice, because she spoke very little in Are You Being Served, didn't she?
Well, I always wondered if it was her teeth.
Well, it was more than the teeth they were interested in that, wasn't it?
Teeth and tits.
Yeah, teeth and tits, darling, teeth and tits.
Oh, Manny's made a career on teeth and tits.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, there was Revenge Body with Chloe. So Chloe Kardashian on her own when she got her revenge body. That was a spin-off. And I also enjoy Couples Come Dine With Me, which is a spin-off of Come Dine With Me.
Yeah. You learn something new every day. I learned something new today. The circular goes round the back of the robins. Good news all round. It bypassed me.
They soon went back to the square.
Yeah.
They always do.
I think Gardening Time was on us at the same time.
Was it? So you didn't
Gardeners
watch?
World.
You didn't watch.
He'd rather have Titchmarsh than a couple of EastEnder people.
And I guess like Flip It Like Dizzy was a spin-off. It's about a Mexican biking gang called Mayans MC.
Oh, I couldn't stand that.
Oh, I thought you enjoyed it because it's a spin-off of Sons of Anarchy.
I know that because that made me create my own gang.
Yes, you got a motorcycle gang, can't you?
Nuns of Anarchy.
And of course, Life of Kylie Jenner. So that was a great spin-off. Do you know what? There was a spin-off from The Bill.
Was there?
Oh, it was that beautiful, sexy man, Burnside.
Oh, is that the drunk?
No, you're thinking of Tosh.
Oh, yeah, Tosh.
No, Burnside, lovely, beautiful eyes.
Oh, yeah, a bit bold, wasn't he? A bit bold on top, wasn't he, Mrs. Buckham?
Oh, she's a little bit more on top, this one. Nuns of Anarchy.
Oh, yeah, the rough lasses. They're thinking about having you join us.
Oh, yeah, but I've only got a chopper. I don't know if I want to join. Oh my God, and of course, starting like this month, the Kardashians. I guess that's a spin-off of its own. So, no, I don't really like spin-offs.
Can I go now? Can I go now? Down the end of the street. I see you coming. Bye for now. Over now. Thanks, driver.
So, Sherry, why did you lose your job as a lifeguard in the end?
Well, it's just something stupid, really, because I couldn't swim. I didn't know that, did I?
So there we are. I hope you like having the Giggleboxes back. We enjoy doing them, so I hope you enjoy watching them. So yeah, that is us, and that is spin-offs. What are we going to do next week? Let us know.
Any suggestions?
What do you want next week to be about?
What would you like to know?
Grinning Morons is wondering if Open House, that's on Channel 4 at the moment, is a spin-off from Gloria's Open House.
Oh, I used to watch
It was on Channel 5. We used to watch Gloria's.
You sort of come through the door and sort of go, hey, crap on.
But no, Open House, which is on Channel 4, is about swinging. And I don't think...
really?
I don't think Glow Honeyfoot
No, Glow wouldn't do that.
is a swinger.
No.
Knots Landing, of course, and the Colbys. We were talking to Nibbles and Bubbles today, and we were wondering if Falcon's Crest is a spin-off. And I think we worked out that it isn't. Falcon's Crest is like standalone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about who's alive and dead.
From?
Just in general, in the YouTube. They do a lot of death.
Yeah, they love talking about the bridge, don't they, over there?
What I'm seeing on both sides is top 5 80s hit, top 5 80s one-hit wonders. So we could do 80s music. Couldn't we? Top 5 quiz shows on both sides as well. Kids TV. Top 5 battle axes.
One-hit wonders seems a good suggestion because it's sort of like those bizarre songs that came and went, perhaps.
Yeah, we could do one-hit wonders.
Rather than now just top 5 80s hits. I don't know.
Top 5 hunks. Steve Faulkner.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Philippus says he never seen an episode of the Kardashians. Neither have we. I teach. I teach people in America a lot, and when I'm over there, I'm having to teach a lot of people not to talk with vocal fry, which is kind of Kardashian way of talking. They do it a lot on Drag Race as well, and it's kind of when you talk like that, so your voice is at the back of your throat, and you kind of sound non-committal about everything like you're talking about, and you hear Kim Kardashian doing it a lot, so she's like...
It also looks like your mouth stops working.
So, like... Oh, it's horrible. Top 5 carry-on films. 80s children's shows. Top 5 Sherry moments.
We should go out for 300.
Top 5 drunken moments on TV. I don't know if we'd find 5 drunken moments.
Top 5 adverts.
Broadway musicals. We did musicals a few weeks ago, Suzanne. We'll have a look through your comments. Your comments will work out something. Top 5 British classics.
I think somebody mentioned chefs as well, cooking programs.
We did a whole Gigglebox on TV chefs early on, so...
Top 5 bus stops with Maggie Bog.
Nikki says top 5 trans lesbian ukulele players.
I don't think I know any.
Top 5 wigs, top 5 skits, top 5 isolation creation videos. Oh, lots of things. Top 5 coping stones, says Mark. Suzanne, it's on. So it's still on our YouTube channel. Top 5 musicals. I can't remember what they were now, but it's on there. You'll find it. Top 5 comebacks. Top 5 soap comedy moments. We'll have a look. We'll read through and work out. Did you enjoy having the Giggleboxers back? Is it worth the effort? Are you enjoying seeing them again? Because
Top 5 villains.
It's a lot of work.
Mark Mondayman says.
Top 5 villains might be quite fun.
We all like a villain, don't we? A badass.
Yeah. I'm going to point here again because it wouldn't be like a little live stream if I didn't. If you fancy tipping us, if we've made you laugh tonight, if the Gigglebox has made you laugh, then you can head to that address and it's really easy to throw a couple of coins into our hat. Top 5 snogs, says Annie Sanderson. One of my top 5 will be with you, Annie Sanderson, at Top Till, Covent Garden.
Top 5 Pat Coombs moments.
I think all of mine would be in Ragdolliana.
Or mine would be in You're Only Young Twice. Or Don't Drink the Water.
Top 5 Golden Girl moments. Top 5 Jump the Shark moments. We'll have a look. Yeah, lots of love for the Giggleboxers. Good. Keep going. Love them. Okay. Good. We'll keep it up. When I'm quiet now, I've not got any work booked in really. I've got a couple of days. Top 5 regional defunct soaps, says Alex. Oh, Alex. Also, Mark and Alex mentioned there is the Welsh drag queen Maggie Noggy, which I think is Maggie Boggy.
Oh, Maggie Boggy.
Alex knows there's a soap called Quayside. I can't think of any regional soaps that I know. Albion Market.
Melanie says, do you remember the Lady in the Tramp with Patricia Hayes?
Patricia Hayes and Pat Coombs, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I think it was a comedy. Was it a comedy? I know there was a drama with Patricia Hayes called, is it called The Inebriated Woman?
I don't know.
But I think, yeah, something rings a bell that those two were together possibly in a sitcom.
Joe Connor has just woken up and wandered in bleary-eyed to the pub, and she's in Australia. So good morning, Joe. Welcome to your Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Jason said we could put some random celebrities together for Celebrity Gigglebox. Well, we have done a Celebrity Gigglebox on YouTube of the 80s. So there's the Crankies, Fanny Craddock and Johnny, and who else is in that? Alan Bennett and Thora Hird. Yeah. So they're on YouTube, Celebrity Gigglebox, and they watch the Royal Wedding. Do they watch the Royal Wedding?
Yeah, they watch.
They watch
Trouble and Dean,
and an episode of 321.
321, and then some sort of weird news story where somebody ran off with his wife's mother.
Yes, yeah. There's some episode of the news from that year.
Fiona Gilligan's mentioned Take the High Road with Mrs. Mark.
I'm just having a look. Anyone I should thank for supporting us? So Gabby Chassis, obviously. Philip Owens, thank you for your lovely tip that's just come through. And Moko-chan. Whoever Moko-chan is, thank you for your tip. So yeah, if anyone else wants to tip. Dead easy to do. Top 5 TV presenters. We'll have a look through. TV presenters might be fun. Judy Spears would be in mine. She wouldn't.
Yeah, there's so many things we can do top 5.
We'll have a look. Oh, that's a nice one, Alex Johnson. Top 5 times things went wrong on live TV. I might do that one.
Live TV.
Yeah, there's some good things I can think of. Like Will Smith going up and bitch slapping at the Oscars. That'd be up there with those. Slice Limber says she'll pop a tip in on the way out into Sherry's jar.
Paul says The Lady and the Tramp was a sitcom in 1983 with Patricia Hayes and Pat Coombs.
There we go. Alex says was there a soap called Canary Wharf? There was a soap set in Greenwich. What was that called?
And it had some street, wasn't it? Was it some, like a little road? It had Dorian in it.
Yeah, did it have Glynis Barber in it?
Oh, what was it called?
It had that. Oh, what was that? What was the soap that was set in Greenwich called, people? I can't even remember what channel it was on.
And I remember a soap. I don't know whether it was a soap, but there was something about a ghost.
That was in Manchester, and that had a really camp little bairn in it. It wasn't Family Affairs. No, Family Affairs was a great soap. We loved it. Nicola Duffett in that, didn't we?
Yeah.
A Night and Day, Jason Darcy and Alex to the rescue.
Is that the one with
it was Night and Day.
Is that with Dorian?
Did it have Dorian?
Yeah, Dorian in it. That was the name, wasn't it? They were spouting about.
Yeah. Oh, there was is she called Lizette Anthony? A woman, like a really 80s kind of name.
And was it on quite late at night?
And Glynis Barber, I think, was in it.
Was it on late at night? It wasn't really
I don't think it was racy late at night.
No, I just remember, was it like at 10 at night? I don't remember it being...
I can't remember. Will Venus knows. Wigs and Makeup Will knows. Leslie Joseph played Rachel Kergren in it. All right, loves, we are going to end Gigglebox, but we're going to have a lock-in because we've still got drinks.
Yes, we've still got...
but we would love to wrap this up. So if anyone who wants to go, now is the time to say goodbye. Now is the time to visit this website and to bung a couple of coins in our purse. But as ever, we like to end the Gigglebox with a celebrity appearance. And tonight it is from none other than our hat check girl herself, Priscilla White, aka Cilla Black. with a song for you all. And we'll be back on the flip side of this for a lock-in.
In a moment.
Oh, he's gobsmacked. Cast your mind back 10 years to the girl who was next to you in school. If you put your hand upon her leg, she'd hit you with a rule. Though tomorrow won't be long, we're gonna have to play it cool. Oh, you'd be fascinated by her. She could set the place afire. Run and get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. See the building start to really burn. Get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. If you jump, you've got to wait your turn. Friends all seem to laugh on feet. You have to make a compromise. Try to reassure yourself. Your head must need some exercise. 10:30 in the morning, she just took you by surprise. Sure, she set the place afire. You'd be fascinated by her. Run and get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. See the building start to really burn. Get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. If you jump, you got to wait your turn. The lights across the street throw rainbows in her hair. I'd love you all to meet her. I'll be there. I'll be there. Notice that my eyes have been on misty place since Saturday. Brings the feelings we might need. The fire engine any day. Though tomorrow won't be long, we're gonna have to play it cool. Oh, you'll be fascinated by her. She could set the place afire. Run and get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. See the building start to really burn. Get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. If you jump, you've got to wait your turn. Get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. See the building start to really burn. Get the fire brigade. Get the fire brigade. If you jump, you've got to wait your turn.
Oh, Scylla.
Oh,
Welcome back, everybody.
They need to burn that jumper she was wearing.
I loved Scylla's ensemble.
Oh, it looked like one of Kathy's knits, didn't it?
With Kathy's big knitting machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone, I think Nikki mentioned that it's a classic song by The Move. I've never heard that song
Oh, I've
before.
heard of it, but
I loved it.
I think Stella's got.
I'd love to hear the real version.
Stella's sort of put her own take on it, hasn't she?
What was going on with Scylla? What was going on with your barnet in that?
Yeah.
Why did you put a little blonde through it? Why were you hiding your red?
It was quite light, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I must say, Scylla, as well, I loved your blue slacks and matching shoes. Your matching kitten heel boots.
No, Scylla, was that you being carried out, or did you have a stunt double? Because we think it was a stunt double in a Scylla wig.
They can't have had two jumpers. She must have stripped off.
Can you imagine her sat in the kitchen in just a dressing gown
Yeah.
while they carried out some poor production person?
Give us an oxo and an orange you.
We're gonna have a show you Peggy.
Oh, she's looking a little tuttons.
People have just said, "Can we see Peggy?" But you don't want to see that. She's having a moment. Scylla said she wanted her hair to look like flames.
Oh,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So that's why she'd coloured it.
Quite flame looking, wasn't it?
It was, Leanne, that's from the 80s. So that was a programme called Scylla's Surprise Surprise. And every week, Scylla, who's a 1960s singer from the UK, I don't know if you're from the UK, but she used to
Do a
surprise
Scyllagram.
people and do a Scyllagram where she'd sing a song.
It was used for do-gooders, wasn't it? It was people who like raise money for charity, or somebody who like babysat 400 people, or
Nibbles and Bubbles thought it was definitely a stunt double. There's no word from Scylla on it if it was a stunt double or not. Someone mentioned, I'm not sure who it was because it's just flipped by. Who was it? Melanie Fairley. She thinks Scylla had burnt her OXO cubes, making a little OXO an orange. Leanne's from the UK, so you remember Surprise Surprise.
I do remember the silograms because they, as I said, they were for the do-gooders, weren't they?
Well, yeah, it was most probably, I guess, one of those firemen had
Saved somebody.
saved one of those kiddies' lives or something. Do you know what? I always used to find firemen sexy, did you?
I used to, until I watched London's Burning.
Not anymore. What's your sexiest uniform?
It's not a fireman, I don't think. I'm not even sure. I don't mind a kilt, to be honest.
Well, a kilt's not a uniform. Do you remember when I bought a kilt from a charity shop?
It wasn't a kilt, love. It was a pleated skirt.
I thought I looked dead sexy in it, but it was just...
It was a pleated skirt. It had a pin, but there was no leather strap.
It was like a pleated skirt that a librarian or a primary school teacher would wear. It wasn't a kilt.
And it wasn't tartan. I think it was just burgundy, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah.
No, it was tartan. It had a tartan to it. I find paramedics quite sexy. Paramedic uniform. I like a jumpsuit. I think it's
the green.
I think it must be from Annika Rice. Not that I fancied Annika Rice, but like her cameraman. There was I might have been the sound guy. I used to think he was quite sexy in his jumpsuit. There was one who wore like a flying helmet. I didn't think he was sexy.
What I'd like to know is why you know the old-fashioned bobbies
with the big bobby helmet.
Yeah, why is it that shape?
I guess it's so you can spot them in a crowd, isn't it?
I don't know.
So they're taller.
I know they were hard.
There she is. She's snoring. I don't think you can hear her.
I know they were hard to touch, but why were they pointed?
Well, I imagine it's so you poke out from a crowd, so you can spot them. Go, there he is. Let me go over and get him.
And did they have a little silver nipple on the end?
I don't know.
And they came down like a V, didn't they, like that?
Yeah.
And then there was a strap that sort of
come around the front of the chin like that. Never found a policeman uniform sexy. Michael, Alan's brother, used to fancy his policeman around our neck of the woods. We have the police station at the end of our road, so we feel very safe. And we see all the policemen walking by.
We do, yeah.
They're not sexy anymore.
There is a couple that look all right. You know, there's a couple that aren't.
But me with my jumpsuit. So can you imagine what I was like on the oil rigs?
Oh, you must have liked that, mustn't you?
Oh, I was beside myself.
The little sort of torches on their helmet.
Honestly, no, I wasn't really. They were lovely, the people on the oil rigs, but there were some sexy ones. But I was always, I had to in my top bunk.
A builder, and it's not so much a uniform, but
no, I guess like a tool belt is kind of sexy.
Yeah, no, sort of builder boots.
We got some news, some intel in from Philippus. Police helmets were hard for two reasons, so this could go blue. Head protection, and also to stand on to see over walls.
The pointy bit. No, your foot.
That's amazing if that's true.
I'm not sure.
Now, Nibbles and Bubbles has said, remember those kilts from the 70s that had an undervest attached?
Yes.
He knows.
No, it was a little girl dress, wasn't
That's
it?
like a little pinafore, isn't it?
Yeah, that you put a school blouse over. I think my sister might have had one.
That most probably was what I bought from the charity
It
shop
was
and
stitched.
thought I was looking
It was
sexy
stitched.
in.
It was attached to it.
Scylla said Peggy's fallen asleep listening to her lovely song. Now Scylla, we really want to know who you are.
No,
I
we
know
don't.
you're Scylla.
Let's have an air of mystery
to know who
about
Scylla
her.
is.
I just think it's Scylla.
Well, I know.
But nobody wears them helmets anymore, do they? They've
go
gone.
on. Guys, what's your favourite sexy uniform? But like straight people can answer us as well. But what's the sexy uniform?
Because the nurses nowadays they don't wear.
They don't wear like new nurse in town, Barbara Windsor,
Yeah,
little
no,
sexy
it's not
ensemble.
all like trousers.
It's all like it's like supermarket uniforms when they went all functional.
Because I mean, years ago the nurses had to wear black tights, didn't they, and everything.
I wonder if Bubbles fight does Chris have to wear a uniform? That's a little sexy uniform, Tesco's uniform. When Sainsbury's came out with a new uniform, and then Beyonce, I think I've mentioned this before, and then Beyonce released a fashion range, and practically it was the same as Sainsbury's uniforms.
We've got French maid, fireman, Virgin Atlantic cabin crew, Navy, and Nikki Baxter said lollipop woman. Whoa. Shows you lolly love.
Virgin Atlantic cabin crew are always a bit sassy, aren't they, when they walk through with their red and their...
Yeah, I think that's quite sort of... it's quite sort of...
Richard Bobbin Stuffer said that's very specific to pinpoint the Virgin ones.
Yeah.
I think the Virgin uniform is quite sexy. I'll agree there. Leanne, mechanics overalls. Kind of the same for me, those mechanic overalls. Let's have a look over here. High vis vest can be a winner. Policemen, they come with their own handcuffs. Surgeon scrubs. That's a weird one to find.
Yeah, because that's quite sort of, that runs across the whole, like, vets.
Everything's hidden.
No, like...
Well, Paul Wilvenus must have found the pandemic just overwhelming. Everyone looked a bit surgeon. Lucy and Katie remember those kilt dresses.
Yeah.
And petticoats and underskirts only in the 80s. Paul McFarlane's wife says definitely firemen. And Paul says air hostesses.
Yeah.
We're going to be air hostesses, Paul. You'll be beside yourself. We found a 1950s like training video for air hostesses. We're going to recreate it with Sherry and Brandy. Sherry and Brandy on the air.
Richard Bobbin has ever said he thinks it's weird because he doesn't find uniforms sexy. Well, some of them aren't, are they, really?
Nibbles and Bubbles says Nibbles does wear a uniform and is quite sexy in it, but she says he's always sexy anyway.
Oh.
I've told you this before. I find moustaches sexy because of Magnum, I think, and the 80s, like when my sexuality was sort of blossoming. So I've always found moustaches quite sexy. So November in London, I was always like overheating on the tube, and all these businessmen, because I worked in the city, would come in their little suits and their moustaches for November. Ooh, honestly,
I think sometimes these sort of young like arty gents, when they have their my glasses are wonky. When they
Coral Dafter says rugby shirt.
When they have those wax ones.
I used to wax my moustache, didn't I?
Yeah,
with a little curl.
And they're quite dish. I'm using your word. Dishy.
Coral's said rugby shirts.
Rugby, yeah.
Coral would like to know who lives 2 doors down from us.
Scarborough rugby team.
Scarborough rugby team.
Six of them. I mean, we're not obsessed, but there's a ginger one. There's one with short black hair. There's one that sort of hangs his pants out.
Oh, they keep a mucky garden though, Coral.
And the one with the ginger hair puts the bins out about 9:20. And yeah,
honestly,
they've just wallpapered the back kitchen, haven't they?
Now, I want to say, just between us squirrel friends, should I say it? I'm going to say it. It's someone's birthday in a couple of weeks.
Shut up.
So it's Alan's birthday coming up.
It's a big one, and all.
It's a big one. I'm going to.
I can't believe I made it.
I'm going. Would you want to? I'm going to. I'm going to say, if you want to send Alan a card, would you like to? Would you like to?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to. I think
you're going to send one. It's very nice of you.
Card. Yeah, put a little post out which is going to have our address on it, which is kind of weird, but
Philippus, he's so kind.
We trust a lot of you. We do trust you. That's safe, isn't it? Putting our address out there. Is it?
I don't know. Oh.
I want him to get cards.
You did last year though. I mean, last year was wonderful because
we didn't have as many followers last year.
No, last year you was so. I got loads of nice cards. It was lovely. That was such a nice surprise.
Helen Bolter knows. She's eagle-eyed. The address was on the calendar packaging, so anyone who bought the calendar already has our address. Jason says get a PO box, but I looked into it. It's dead expensive, and you have to pay it for a year.
And if you did notice the calendars, we actually put our birthdays on it.
Yeah, in the calendar. If you bought a calendar, you'll notice our birthdays and Peggy's is on it.
That was so cheeky.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So, don't give out your address to Susan Landry. What about the weirdos on your doorstep? I don't think we'd get weirdos. It's such a small little gang.
I don't know why I might get stripograms at the door.
Yeah, we would love to. People say they'd love to. What I wonder is, I don't know. Keep your eyes peeled. If you don't follow us, you're going to miss it. Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, because we don't.
Get it sent next door, says Helen.
I just sent me a message on here.
We live about 2 doors away from Scarborough Rugby Team, and we live about 3 doors away from Scarborough Police Station. So we kind of feel safe. Keep your eyes peeled. I would love Alan to have a lovely birthday.
I will anyway.
Biggie. So I might put a little birthday. Paul says open up a PO box. Someone else says PO box. I might look at getting a PO box. Is there a workplace we could send it to? No, because we work from home. This is our office. Scylla says we could have a meet up in Scarborough, but we don't know who you are, Scylla. We'd love to.
I'd love to meet you, Scylla. Got a lot of questions.
Would love you to, but be careful. Like, our address has been out there already.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because we don't really want...
We don't have anyone who hates us, I don't think. Perhaps send it privately by email to people who want it. That might be a nice thing, yeah. I might not put it out there, but if you want it, you send me an email and I'll send you the address. If you want I can check who's getting it.
But you don't have to. Don't trouble yourself.
Anyone who donates to Kofi gets Jamie's email. But it is Sally's birthday, and it's a biggie. Team 1972. I won't be there for about 12 years. Yeah. Mad Aberfan says, perhaps we could get the rugby boys to hold them all for us. Use a friend's address. Yeah, Nibbles Bubbles.
Yeah, I'll spend my birthday at your house.
PM the Facebook group. Yeah, we'll do something. Send them a box message postal.
Or Philippa says, get them sent to the police station. So I can go in every day and pick them up.
Send it to Mrs. Stinky so she can hand deliver them.
Yeah, in a little trolley.
1972 Club, Jason Rigby as well.
Oh, I know. It's a big year for us 72s.
Nibbles and Bubbles says we're just babies. Can we have the rugby boys' address as Jason Darcy? Well, once you get ours, you'll get theirs. Melanie Fairley, Snap. I'm 74 as well. Nikki Baxter's 1972 Club as well. Anyway, I'm gonna share it. So keep your eyes peeled. I don't think we're gonna get anything horrible.
No turds or anything like that.
I wouldn't imagine so. And if we do, we are 3 doors from the police station.
Yes, he will be prosecuted. So
macaroni pies. Oh no, Alan's never had a macaroni pie.
I think they might be easy to make.
Oh no, but it's what you can buy is the goodie. So it is, for those who want to know, it's May the 4th. All you have to remember is Star Wars.
I think last year we
May the 4th be with you.
We made a little Yoda video, didn't we?
I think we did for the one show.
Which they showed like a millisecond of.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you. Nibbles and Bubbles is the 60s, baby. Keith Wellen says, we'll be getting your bus pass for your birthday. It'll be covered in diamonds.
But I will use it, sweetheart. Bus pass? Oh yeah, Maggie Bog. Maggie Bog might send a bus pass.
BG Bear says, Kofi has my email address. Does it come up, my email address, when you put in Kofi? I wonder. Ellen Meadows 50 next year, so she's team 1973. Are at the local social club. We're only having a quiet do.
Oh yeah, I don't want any big fuss, to be honest. It's sort of, I know it's a big year, but sort of lost me bloody air.
Last year Alan got a video from Matt Lucas, not like a cameo, not like Jamie paid for a video, but Alan got a video from Matt Lucas and from Toya Battersby.
Yeah.
Bobby Crush.
Oh, look, Bobby Crush. I got one from that sexy gardener. What's his name?
Mr. Plant-Based Geek.
Mr. Plant-Based Geek. Oh, yes. Ricky Gervais's wife. Jane Fallon.
Yeah. Madame Bontemps is alive, Alex Clark. I saw her outside Dean's Fish and Chip shop the other day. She didn't go in, but she tottered by. She's always wearing jet black.
I don't think she eats chips.
I wanted to take a photograph of her, but I was worried that people would freak out again.
You saw her in Sainsbury's, didn't you?
Emma Jane Watt says, who is Bobby Crush?
You don't know who Bobby Crush is?
Bobby Crush won Opportunity Knocks in the 70s, I think.
He's
Emma
he's
and Jane.
a pianist.
He's a pianist. He's funny.
An
he's
entertainer.
He's a panto dame nowadays, but he's lovely.
And is he doing a Liberace show as well? Does he do that?
I think so. I think he does.
He plays Liberace in his little his one man show.
Alan says, Michael says he's already 50. Alan's the middle baby in that family. I'm the youngest. You can mostly tell him.
Middle child. Does people know about middle child scenarios?
Middle child syndrome. Alex says, good to hear that Madame Bontemps is alive and well.
Yeah.
She's almost indestructible, Madame
She's
Bontemps.
amazing. She wears black. She wears like knee length leather boots.
She wears like this fur sort of bonnet.
Like tight.
I think it ties.
Tight black trousers, and this sort of wonderful blue eye makeup, a bit like Bliss the hairdresser.
You'll miss it, Alex, in YouTube comments right now. Nibbles and Bubbles has just said, I've not seen Madame Bontemps for ages, but they spotted Madame Bontemps down by the seafront. So she gets around.
Oh yeah, with a little trolley. We think of trolleys full of jewels, don't we?
Helen Bolter says, does Peggy have any friends?
No, she's not that friendly.
She's grumpy, Peggy.
She had no friends in Broadstairs, did she?
No, we had a woman that lived 2 doors away from us in Broadstairs. We lived in this beautiful square in Broadstairs, facing the front, and it had cannons because it was something to do with
It was something to do with
Battle
Napoleon
of Waterloo or something. 2 doors down from us, well, 1 door down from us was Oliver Postgate, who invented the clangers. 2 doors down was this Australian woman, elderly Australian lady.
With this sort of like spit the dog, which we call ghost dog. Because you could change your walking time from 3 to 4, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Sod's law is you'd go out with Peggy and ghost dog
would appear.
She'd appear, and these 2 dogs hated each other.
They hated each other.
So if she saw us or we saw her, we'd try and avoid each other. But where we lived, it was so many corners. So you just walk, and then she'd just appear. So I called it ghost dog.
What did you say you used to see when you'd see Ghost Dog's mum? Ghost Dog's mum had like
a little bun of hair. So you'd see this sort of bun around this hedge.
Back off. Trying to get Ghost Dog away. Peggy would be...
And
Peggy's like heckles.
And then there was another enemy she had called Purdy. But the woman...
Purdy was horrible.
But the woman who owned Purdy used to forget that Purdy didn't like Peggy. So she's like, come on, do you want to be friends?
We think Purdy was backwards as well. Purdy had like...
Oh, Purdy was old.
But no, you weren't there. Purdy like actually attacked Peggy on the beach and savaged her. Peggy was bleeding.
And the woman said, oh, they're playing. You know she's bleeding.
Because Peggy's all like gobby and ballsy. But as soon as a dog comes up and goes for her, she goes so girly. She's like a footballer. And she'll squeal and like fall on the floor and go, yeah.
Yeah, she was all dramatic.
And like she screams. And even if they've not got her, but in Broadstairs they got her. She was really like savaged outside the co-op once while Alan was in. No, do you remember? It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I was waiting outside with Peggy, and this big dog like grabbed Peggy and shook her to kill her. Picked her up, and I was outside with her, and I grabbed Peggy and I pulled her up, and this other dog was attached, and I sort of whacked it off. And was holding Peggy up here, and she was bleeding.
The guy who had the dog had his own belt round its neck.
So he didn't have a.
So his lead had broken apparently. So he put his belt round this dog's neck, and so he was in a bad mood anyway. And I'm never aggressive or.
Alan was queuing up to buy a pizza.
But I came out and I was really butch, wasn't I?
I think he threw down the trolley.
And I came out and I had a right go at this bloke, didn't I?
Yeah, and this bloke, like Margate bloke,
and I, being a performer, I sort of like turned all my butchness on, didn't I?
It was like one of those events where then a crowd gathers, and Peggy was up here because I'd like picked her up here, and she was bleeding on me. She was like screaming. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So she's dead nervous of other dogs, understandably.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard being a dog owner, isn't it? Sometimes they're so unpredictable.
It is, and we have to always say whenever anyone goes to tickle her or whatever, we go, she's a rescue. Because she's quite fierce. We've had her for 10 years, so it's like our fault most probably. But we go, oh, she's a rescue.
So because you sort of have to put like a yellow ribbon on your dogs lead to sort of say, keep away.
We were going to take her to meet Nibbles and Bubbles today, weren't you? But you said, oh, she might strip her gums at Shari.
Well, if there's food about, she gets really protective.
Yeah.
And I mean, luckily there was a dog. We didn't take her. There was a dog in there already, wasn't there?
There was a little French bulldog in it. Peggy would have kicked off at that. But she's old. She's 12 now, so she's just grumpy. She's like a grumpy old lady.
She's protecting us as well.
If she was in EastEnders, she's not Nana Moon. She's Lou Beale, isn't she?
And she's not Little Willie either, is she? Really?
No, she's Lou Beale, isn't she?
Yeah.
Or she's Little Mo, Big Mo.
Yeah, she's Big Mo. She's more Mo than
Pat
Lou
Butcher.
Beale.
No, she is Peggy. She's Peggy Mitchell, of course. She is.
Get my blood, Pop. Get my garden.
But yeah, that's our Peggy. Mosquiff says Alan threw down his knitting and Peggy's.
I did. I was literally. I was scared because I thought, God, I thought this guy was going to punch me.
Oh, it was horrible.
He went really. Oh, sorry, mate. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it to happen. I was like, make sure I don't happen again, mate.
Keith Wellens has said, "What's happened to our weekly news and weather by Tamsin?" It's Gigglebox or the weather or the news. I was quite willing to go out on the streets dressed as Jill Gerbil, so that might still happen and interview people. So Jill Gerbil might appear to interview the Giggleboxers. I don't know if Tamsin will be back.
And we were talking about popping Maggie Bog around town, weren't we?
Yeah, we were going to go down to the bus station, the bus depot, inspired by Alex, and Alan might go as Maggie Bog and do some bus spotting. All right, Leanne McGee, thank you for joining us, my love. Her kids are arguing. Bye. Nikki Baxter says she's the same, where her pooch is, she'd destroy anyone. And she's passive all of the time. So that's like us. Honestly, we watch a lot of TV programmes. But if a dog gets killed in a TV programme, we're like beside ourselves. Child, adult, nah.
Also, if a film starts and someone's got a dog, uh-oh.
Alan always goes, oh, there's only one reason a dog's in it.
They wouldn't go through all that trouble. They wouldn't get having a dog handler. They wouldn't go through all that trouble.
When that dog popped up in Speed 2, we were worried, weren't we? And then they dropped an anchor on it.
But then it popped up, so it was alive.
Andrew Chapman wants to know about Mrs. Buckham. So Mrs. Buckham is based on... Well, those characters are based on... There's a documentary from the 80s? 80s, 90s called 3 Salons by the Seaside. And it was one of Caroline Ahern's favourite ever TV shows, and she talked about it, and so we found it. My friend Katie worked in the BBC archive, and we asked her about it, and she got us a videotape of it. So this is pre-YouTube, and we just became obsessed with this documentary about these seaside hairdressers, and one of their customers is called Mrs. Buckham.
Mrs. Buckham got knocked down outside Quick Save, but she's fitting well. She's getting her hair done, and they said, "Oh, did you get knocked out? Who was it? Was it a young whippersnapper?" She went, "No, she was 90. She couldn't see beyond her nose. Knocked me over." And then in Scarborough, Scarborough, the comedy show that Darren Litton wrote.
I think your dad's in. Hi, Mr. Gibbons.
They used the name Mrs. Buckham in the hairdressers, didn't they?
Yeah. So Mrs. Buckham's the customer who dies in the first episode of Scarborough, the BBC sitcom, which is played by my friend Ronnie Roberts, Veronica Roberts.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Who is in Tenko.
Yeah.
For those of you who know Tenko.
So
Ronnie Roberts, who plays, I can't remember her name of the character in Tenko. She's Veronica. Oh.
I can't remember now.
She's naughty. She's
the one that
sleeps
sort of
with all the guards for
Quinine.
quinine. But she's Mrs. Buckham in Scarborough, the first episode. Who's Mrs. Buckham's friend? We haven't got a name for her yet, have we?
She's falling asleep, so we never know, do we?
No.
We just keep waking them up.
Anyone remember the fate of EastEnders Rowley? Says Will.
Oh, did he get hit by a car?
I don't remember. But I think when we were doing soap deaths, Wellard's death came up on when I was researching, and I hadn't seen it. I sobbed like a baby, so I couldn't even bring it. I couldn't show it to Alan.
Oh, I can't.
Your dad's here.
Hello, Daddy. My dad's in.
Mr. Gibbons has arrived. Mr. Michael Gibbons Senior. So everyone say hello to Michael Gibbons Senior, who's just arrived.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Daddy. Dorothy in Tenko, of course she did. And what Ronnie's lovely, and they're like a massive tight knit
Oh, and
gang,
also
the Tenko gang.
The Scarborough programme had Stephanie Cole in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Also from Tenko.
Yeah, but they all meet up, like they have reunions and stuff. The Tenko gang.
They went through a lot though, didn't they? Must be all had to diet, lose weight.
Well, Ronnie had. Can I say this? I think I can say it because it's in Stephanie Beecham's biography. Ronnie had cancer, and Stephanie Beecham went and laid hands on her. I don't know if it helped her, but Ronnie didn't have cancer anymore. Hi, Mr. Gibbons. Lots of Mr. Gibbons love coming in. Hello, Your Grace has been said.
It's not we call that very, very often, have you, Dad?
Nibbles and Bubbles says she died in the loo, but I don't think she means Rowley from EastEnders.
She means Mrs. Bookham.
She means Mrs. Bookham. I don't know what Emma Jane Watt says. Rowley ate chocolate. He ate chocolate, but I don't know. All your comments are mixed up, so you could just mean Easter. Someone at Easter. Claire says, I think it was a road traffic accident. Nibbles and Bubbles says Rowley got run over, she thinks.
I remember when Little Willie died, and Ethel was...
Little Willie died?
Yeah, Ethel was beside herself. And then a bit of time later, they tried to cheer Ethel up by giving her a new puppy.
Oh, do you know what we should do? Maybe we should do this top
animals.
5 TV pets.
You see, it's work. There's something's come up that we can get out.
TV pets, and we'll do top 5 TV pets.
We've got teeth. We've got our animal teeth into.
No night, Martin. Martin is going.
Yeah, TV animals.
TV animals.
I think I've got 5 already.
Keith Wellen says, have you seen Hatchie, A Dog's Tale? Stars Richard Gere based on... No, we can't. Marley and me.
Oh.
We can't watch anything that's like that because Alan gets too upset. Honestly. No, your dad who's in and your brother who's in.
My dad will tell you now that I used to watch...
filling up.
I used to watch Lassie. And I used to start tearing up when Lassie was just stood on a rock. And my dad used to say to me, it's only a film... It's not, it's not real. And I don't care. Lassie's stuck on. He's on the stream. He's getting drowned in.
Nikki Baxter said it earlier. TV dogs, pets. Well done. Oh, well, we're going to do it, Nikki. We will call it Nikki's round next time.
And Nikki just mentioned Bouncer. Didn't Bouncer have a little?
Well, yeah, don't even mention them now. Someone said Mrs. Slocum's Pussy. They're going to be there. We will think of them. Our top 5 TV pets. We'll get the Giggleboxers talking about them as well.
Yeah.
And we are going to... Are we going to do a film this weekend?
Yeah, if you want to. We've got one
on something this weekend.
We've got one on ice, didn't we?
We've got 2 on ice.
Yeah. Not literally on ice, but one...
So I don't know which one to do.
We might just do another one.
Littlest Hobo. I want to do a skit of the Littlest Hobo called The Littlest Homo. And it'll be exactly the same, but it'll be me dressed in like stereotypy gay outfits, like moving on from house to house. So Alan will be like old ladies giving me like a bowl of soup and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll walk off. Maybe tomorrow he'll want to settle down.
I've got an old pair of high heels you can have.
Nibbles and Bubbles' first film saw at the cinema were Born Free and The Ring of Bright Water.
Oh, no. Oh.
I'm going to go for a wee.
The shovel. What?
Do you remember? What?
Yeah.
Otarka the otter.
Yeah, the otter when he... Well, I'm not going to say it because it's sad, but what else was there animal-wise? The long journey home, where is it a cat and a dog have to walk across America or something like that? Oh, what else was there? Cujo. Do you remember Cujo, Jamie?
Cujo?
Yeah.
Didn't Michael write a book about Cujo?
No. Cujo the St. Bernard.
Yeah, didn't Michael write a school story about Cujo?
No, that was Christine the car.
Okay.
We're outing you tonight, Michael.
Gypsy's Kiss, yeah. In and out. We also wanted to ask, should we change the day and time of Gigglebox? Dramatic idea. Next week, the Sewing Bee is back.
Now, it depends if you're big fans of the Sewing Bee.
And the Sewing Bee is going to be at 8 o'clock on
whether
Wednesday
you want to miss it, or do you not watch it, or is it worth us changing the night? Or,
yeah, is it worth us changing to Thursday night?
Or do you watch on catch-ups?
So, yeah, what do you reckon? Do we stay Wednesday night 8 o'clock? Because we'll just watch it on catch-up. I don't even know if Marcia and Ewan are in. Because I'm sure we'll lose Marcia when Sewing Bee's back on. Nibbles and Bubbles says, yes, the Sewing Bee's back.
The Incredible Journey, that was it.
Don't make us choose. It's like Sophie's Choice, isn't it?
Well, you know.
Scylla says she only watches us. Well, she can't tune into anything else from heaven. Do it later. Change to Thursday.
Well, I don't know.
Pip says prefers midweek. I like Wednesday nights because it is the middle of the week. Mark says, can't they change Sewing Bee for us? Well, we could just have it on here and we'll tell you what's going on.
I'll dress up as Esme if you want.
It's Neptune's Kiss you got to watch out for. Yeah, no.
Neptune's Kiss.
Don't watch Sewing Bee, but can do Thursdays. Can Esme be in 2 places at once? Wednesday night's perfect. Philippa says he already watches Corrie on catch up. I'd rather watch you.
Carol Brooks.
I'm used to Wednesdays, says Jason. I think we're used to Wednesdays. Should we stick with Wednesdays?
Yes.
And if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't,
not,
tune in at 9 o'clock and we'll still be on.
We'll see you in about 8 weeks.
Doing this stuff. Nibbles and Bubbles simply says the word puckering.
Puckering. Carol Brooks just brought up a good spin-off. Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah, Better Call Saul is excellent spin-off.
Yeah. And I at first thought, it's going to be a bit iffy, that one. But it was really good. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. Because when we watched, we loved Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But Saul was mostly one of our least favourite characters in it, wasn't he, really?
Yeah, he sort of, I don't know, he seemed a bit odd.
But in Better Call Saul, oh my goodness, what a character they've made.
Yeah.
Sewing Bee, followed by the Isolation Creation Sewing Bee after party. Yeah, we could just do 9 o'clock. But I think, no, we'll stick with Wednesday, 8 o'clock. We'll be on at 8 o'clock, and we'll still be here at 9 for those of you who love it. And you can turn up, don't tell us who gets kicked out, and we'll cuddle you.
And then we'll see you again in about 8 weeks.
Moz Quiff says, how about a watch-along? We'd love to do watch-alongs, but you get pulled from YouTube for doing them.
Yeah, because you sort of... It's a naughty thing to have another program when you're...
Because I wanted us to watch along changing rooms, because I thought it'd be really funny, old changing rooms from like the 80s. But I try and get it, and it happens. Do you want to watch along something that we created? Should we do a watch along while we finish these drinks?
Yeah.
For the last 15 minutes, and then we'll finish at 10.
Yeah, maybe to...
Do you need to go for a Gypsies?
Yeah, to pop them on.
Go for a Gypsies. Well, I'm going to play it with us here.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to do a little director's commentary to end the stream tonight. Yeah, Jason says pucker it. Stick with what you know.
Puckering.
We'll stick along. Watch-alongs are a breach of copyright, says Scylla, and Scylla should know because obviously Scylla is the first one who reported us to YouTube and got us kicked off. Marcia, of course, says, sorry, I will be watching Sewing Bee. We knew you would, Marcia. And then we worried that straight after Sewing Bee, you'd be tuning into John Scott. But I'm not sure. Jason said they've done a Wurzel Gummidge watch-along. Well, we were going to watch along Prisoners as well, and we thought that would be fun. We still might do a Prisoner podcast. I'm thinking a Prisoner podcast would be really fun where we do like an episode. We watch an episode and then we talk about it. Nibbles and Bubbles is going to watch Sewing Bee with Chris on a Thursday afternoon. Good. You can stick with us. Anything else that's coming in? What's going on? You still here? Size Limbo, we're going to do a little director's commentary as we end. This is a video we made... how long ago? 3 weeks ago. What we're going to do first of all is show you the original. So I'm going to show you the original and then we'll be with you in about 2 minutes.
A letter to Daddy. His address is
wonder if you can guess who I am. I'm Baby Jane Hudson.
Who the hell was Baby Jane Hudson?
I've written a letter to Daddy saying I love you. My sister doesn't ever go out. She's not fit to receive visitors. Jane, I want to talk to you. I'm afraid I have bad news. We'll probably have to sell the house. You aren't ever gonna sell this house. And you aren't ever gonna leave it.
She's sick and she's not getting any better.
You mean Jane? I think she seems much better lately. I was cleaning the cage. The bird got out. You wouldn't be able to do these awful things to me if I weren't still in this chair. But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair. Jane, please. Don't do this to me. Jane! Jane, please!
So that was our inspiration. It's like about a month ago, I think we did this. It might be a little bit more. But Alan's a huge Joan Crawford fan, and we both love that film. So we decided to recreate it. So I'm going to play it, and I'll keep pausing it, and we'll talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Baby Jane Hudson.
So that is a poster that Alan made. A poster of himself as Baby Jane Hudson. And we also used a doll that Alan found in the street as our little Baby Jane doll. But yeah, I was quite pleased with that shot.
The doll's dressed up as well, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
doesn't look like that.
I was quite pleased with that shot because we got the poster flapping in the wind.
Ladies and gentlemen, Baby Jane Hudson.
I've written a letter to Daddy. His address.
What's your ribbon made from?
A piece of A4 paper.
And they're two wigs, aren't they, attached to the side of your head?
And the fringe is just a little fringe bang. You know, clip-on fringe.
And then two little side wigs.
Yeah, I've got two ringlet wigs. On its own, it wouldn't have looked very much, but I thought I'd put a wig on each side because I've got a big head.
I wonder if you can guess who...
Yeah, what have you got on there? Again, the two ringlet wigs. Different wig.
Yep, and I sort of just copied the makeup and the sort of look and the beret and the brooch on the beret. This is when she's off to the to place the advert, isn't it?
And then we had to kind of lip sync with everything.
Yeah.
Guess who I am? I'm Baby Jane Hudson.
Who the hell was Baby Jane Hudson?
I've written a letter to Daddy saying I love you.
Someone's asked, is it the Sue Hodge wig?
No. The Sue Hodge thing is actually a doll's wig.
That's a tiny little thing.
Yeah, actually they make wigs for dolls for some reason. I don't know why. And we've had that for about 10 years, haven't we?
The Sue Hodge wig.
The doll wig.
The doll wig.
And now the Sue Hodge wig just goes on to...
grips onto the front of a little wig.
I actually found today on Facebook that Sue Hodge loved our... she shared our Give Us a Clue.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, because she's on it.
Oh, wow.
My sister doesn't ever go out. She's not fit to receive visitors.
Quite like that
Oh,
shot.
you like that shot, didn't you? when we
Yeah, I
created
was
that?
quite arty. I was quite arty in this one, designing these little shots.
Jane, I want to talk to you. I'm afraid I have bad news. We'll probably have to sell the house. You aren't ever gonna sell this house. And you aren't ever gonna leave it.
I love that facial expression.
So we have all the like sound effects playing on like tape recorders on like phones around us, so we can like react to the like beats and stuff.
But Jamie's got these lovely eyes. It's one of the first things I saw, and he's got these lovely eyes where you can see the white above the
Pupils.
what are they called? The irises.
Pupils.
No, not the pupils. The coloured bit.
You can see the whites of my eyes.
Yeah, above. I don't think you can.
And I drew little individual lashes on, little individual eyebrows on. So yeah, my Bette Davis and my Joan Crawford, and that's a Farrah Fawcett wig, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a disco wig
wig that we kind of styled it up.
Styled into
She's sick and she's not getting any better.
You mean Jane? I think she seems much better.
I had a little fun with Jamie's actor portfolio picture headshot.
Yeah, we liked all the little when she's trying to sign Blanche Hudson. So Alan did it, and there's like Blanket Hudson, Blanket Hudson,
Blancmange Hudson,
and a little Spunky Willie, which is always fun on some. The gold phone always makes an appearance.
We normally worry about lighting and things when we're filming stuff, because sometimes we don't have enough light. But for this one, it sort of seemed to work in our favour, didn't it?
Yeah. So that's in our hallway. We brought in a table from the garden to put the old phone on. And
Cleaning the cage. The bird got...
This is like a...
That's just like a little...
it's like a lantern.
A lantern in the
put
garden.
a candle inside it.
So we didn't have a bird cage.
And Alan made the bars. And yeah, there we go.
Shut up.
And then that's the famous cloche bit when she sort of lifts up and finds there's a dead bird for dinner.
And we used little...
It's just our cake tin.
Yeah, and those little songbirds we have on a thing near the front door, just in case the rugby.
And I love this sort of shot here when it's sort of that proper film noir horror where it zooms in on her face.
You wouldn't be able to do these awful things to...
And the bars.
It's the baby gate.
It's a baby gate that we found on the street, didn't we, about a year ago?
So it, we like attached that to a
Black and Decker workmate.
Yeah, and so it's up there in front of us. So it actually is. The bars are in front of us. It's not superimposed over us. So it's dead hard. We did outtakes of this, but my computer blew up, so we lost them all.
Oh yeah, we lost all.
But it was all about like trying to work out exactly what bar we were looking through and stuff.
Yeah.
Me if I weren't still in this chair. But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair. Jane, please. Don't do this to me. Jane! Jane, please!
This was my favourite shot. I set this up and I was dead chuffed with it. So Alan's hand sort of comes in shot while I'm trying to make a phone call. I thought it was proper horror. This is just that's our hallway, and this is our lounge that Alan's in filming through. There we are. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? It's 10 o'clock. It's 2 minutes to 10. My lovely people, thank you for hanging out with us for 2 hours. Wow, it's a long time.
Yeah, it's been lovely spending time with you.
Oh, it is dead nice.
And it's lovely chatting away to you all. And
we were saying to somebody, I think it was Spencer Carter, we were saying it just feels like you're like hanging out with friends, which is great that we've like made a gang of friends. Really.
And it's nice that you all chat with each other as well. It's lovely. We've got Scylla comes every week and adds her 2 penneth worth, and it's lovely. And
but honestly, we appreciate.
And you inspire us. You inspire us to do other things, and you give us ideas.
We defo agree. We defo like hanging out with you, and we love all your little support. So thank you so much for hanging out. Mishmash has said we should be on the X Factor. Singing. We can't sing. Honestly, I'm going to have a look if anyone else has tipped us, because I want to give you a little shout out if you have.
And have a lovely week. I think the weather's going to be still good all this week. So I hope you've got some nice plans.
Is Andrew Chapman, thank you very much. Angela, thank you so much. Kathleen Wells, thank you very much. And Cy Bentley, which might be Cy Slimbo. Thank you so much. Whoever it is, thank you so much. Honestly, it means a massive amount to us when that happens. And it means we can buy things like more Sue Odge wigs. Thank you guys.
And teal uniforms.
We'll see you we'll see you on Facebook, but we'll see you next Wednesday night live, and we'll put something out Sunday night. Fingers crossed.
And if you are watching So and Be, don't worry, you can catch up on the show that we create on YouTube the day after, and watch that.
And go and get a bus in Wales and say hello to Alex.
Yeah.
Cheers, Drive.
Cheers, driver.
All right, my loves.
Have a great week, my darlings. Love you.
Night. Bye.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I seem to have run out of coffee.
You can be anything you want to be there.
You can see anything you want to see there.
There's excitement in the air for you and me there. Fancy free there. Take your family there. But you've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. 7 holds the key there. Be there. Got to be there.
Just you and me there. You just got to be there. Got to be there. Be there. The time is now. Be there.
You've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. There'll be you and me there. Be there.
Hello, customers. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Pack up and piss off.